Hello world, this is Luke Joseph, and I just want to drop some common sense into your laps today. Every one of us has this person in their life. Person who, no matter what you try to accomplish, they have something negative to say. You want to try and go on a diet? That person's going to tell you, too much work, you have to cook, it's a lot easier to go get fast food. Why would you want to diet? Too hard, you got to sweat and exercise. Or let's just say you want to start a business. Oh, it's too much work. You gotta research. Have you ever done a business before? Has anybody you know ever done a business before? Have they ever succeeded? They usually lost more money. Always negative, no matter what you try to do. Now, under normal circumstances, you would kick this person out of your life. You would say, you know what? I don't need this negative energy from you. You gotta go. The problem, though, is that most of the time, that person is right up here, right inside your head. He's the person that looks at you, or she looks at you, and every time you want to accomplish something, they have something negative to say. Your mind can be your very worst enemy. A lot of times it takes a lot of effort in order to get things done in life. You have to have a lot of that positive energy in order to be able to accomplish certain things. But sometimes you will rob yourself of that positive energy by coming up with every negative excuse in the book. And if you want to succeed in life, if you want to get by, you got to push that aside. You got to just tell it to shut up. Sometimes you might have to say it out loud, and people might think you're crazy. But guess what? That might be what it takes in order for you to be able to get through whatever it is you need to get through in your life. Look, in the Bible, there are biblical principles that always talk about the fact that the tongue is the most powerful weapon in the world. Basically, what you're saying is, it says is that everything you speak, you bring into reality. There's a quote, Proverbs 18:21. I'm trying to remember it. Yes. And it says, death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits. I never understood that last part, but I had to have it to look it up. And it means that those who love to talk will reap the consequences. So what that means is that if you talk, everything you say, you are shaping your reality at that point. You are basically telling reality, this is who I am and this is what I want. So guess what? If you talk about negative stuff, like, oh, I will never succeed, I will never be able to accomplish the things I want to accomplish in life, guess what? You are telling your reality that is exactly what is going to happen. That you are not going to succeed. That you don't want to succeed. See, I was reading something about champions, people who accomplish big things in life, and one of the things it says is that champions do not expect to fail. When they fail, it's actually a surprise to them because they expect to succeed, which means that they are telling themselves that I am guaranteed for success, and that's what makes them champions. That's what makes them accomplish the goals that they set out to accomplish. You have to have a champion's mentality. There's a poet, James Allen. He says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. That means that whatever you think in your heart, that's what you are. If you think you're a good person, if you think you're successful, if you think you're smart, that's exactly what you become. If you tell yourself that you're terrible, that you're not going to accomplish things in life, that you're a failure, that is the reality that you are setting forth for yourself. You have to push that aside. You have to tell that negative part of yourself to be quiet. You have to bring forth the positive side of yourself. If that means bringing yourself around more positive people, so be it. If it means reading self-help books to encourage that positive side, do that. If it means going to church and going into prayer for people who are positive in life, do that. But do not allow yourself to allow those negative things to bring you down. If you ever read the book The Secret, it talks, there was a man, one of the speakers, I forgot his name, but he talked about he created a vision board. And on the vision board, he would put pictures of how he expected his life to become. He put a picture of his house, what he expected his house to be. He put a picture of what car he wanted. He put a picture of 2 kids. He didn't know who they were, but boy and a girl, because he wanted a boy and girl in his life. And he set forth all these pictures onto this one board. And later on in life, he accomplished a lot of great things. And one day he happened to pull up the vision board, which he had stored up in a box somewhere, and he looked at the house that he had placed on there, and guess what? It was the exact house that he had imagined himself in. He brought his reality to life because he put himself in a mindset that he could not fail. He put himself in a mindset that said that this is the house I want, these are the kids I want, this is the life I want, and he brought it to life. Now, don't get me wrong. All of us have negative things that are going on in our lives. Some of us have families that have had many problems. You have people in your house, in your family, who have gone to jail. You've had people in life who never managed to graduate high school or never went to college. You have people in your life, your family, who may have never been able to keep a job. And so you bring that reality to yourself and you say, you know what? If they can't do it, why can't I? Well, here's the thing. If they couldn't do it, it's because they didn't want to do it. But that doesn't mean that you can't do it. You need to give yourself the mindset to say, you know what? Despite what my family has gone through, I can succeed. Despite how many people have been in jail, I will not go to jail. Despite how many people have been on drugs in my family, I will not succumb to alcoholism or drug abuse. You have to bring your word. You have to use your words to shape your reality. In the Bible, before the world was even formed, God spoke. Everything that you see in the Bible that has to do with God or Jesus, it began with a word, and then it became reality. You have to have that same mentality. God created all of us in His image. So that means, therefore, all of us have the ability to use our words to shape our reality. And for those of you who don't believe in God, it doesn't even matter, because the fact is that anytime you want to shape your life, you have to speak it into existence. Write it down. Put it on a board. Write it down on a piece of paper, on a notebook, and say it to yourself every day. If you have to get up in front of a mirror and tell yourself, hey, I am successful. I am positive. I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. Guess what? You will be able to do it. Keep your mind right. Focus on your goal. And kick that negative thought out of your head. I hope this helps you today. If there's anything you want to talk about, just let me know. And if this helped you out, I'm glad that I was able to be there for you. Take care. See you next time.